Hi, it's Christian here and welcome to another fly tying tutorial. Today I'm gonna tie this one. See? A little baitfish. This one is called Valeur Kutlingen, or the tan baitfish. I know a guy, his name is Morten Valeur, and long time ago he taught me to tie this one. And I went home to my wife and I tied up a whole bunch of these. And I was a novice at coastal fly fishing at that time, so I went to the coast, and I actually managed to catch this one, 60 centimeters on Følge Strand on Djursland many years ago. Caught him on this pattern, really nice fly. I was lucky to get this one in, I can assure you, but yeah, that sparked the whole interest really for fly fishing and fly tying. So this one means a lot, this fly. A very doable fly, only consists of STF tan dubbing, that's it. Add a bit of Raidzap resin to attach the eyes, and job done. Takes a while to tie this one because of the cutting it in shape, but other than that, very easy. So let's tie it up, here we go. This was the one we are tying. The Valeur Kutlingen, or tan baitfish, named after, at least I named it after Morten Valeur, who is a fly tie amongst other things, and he taught me that one. So here we go, I'm gonna show you. It's a really nice fly, very doable, and looks a lot like a little tan baitfish. The hook was the NS 110 size 6. I'm gonna put a strong white DSP thread on the shank here, and that is a good idea to use a strong thread for this one because of the stuff we're gonna do later. But that's up to you. This is a Veevus white DSP in 15 yards. First of all, the tan dubbing. I'm gonna use quite a lot of this stuff on this fly. It's good for the local fly shop, this this pattern, because you're gonna use a lot of dubbing. First of all, I'm gonna grab a bunch here and I'm gonna align the fibers by doing this. Pull and lay on top. Pull and lay on top. And then one point we're gonna grab a bunch. We call that a tail. Something like this. And tie that in. Tie in the rest, just to add a little bit of volume, or whatever it's called. Form the shape of the body here. Then I'm going to form a quite large dubbing loop. Here I just in front of the tail here. As big a dubbing loop as you can handle. I'm going to make another dubbing loop later on because yeah, for me it's easier to do one more later on. And get that sorted. Sorry. Get it out of the way, and then I'm gonna cover the shank with some dubbing. like that. And then I'm gonna grab some of my dubbing again, a good bunch. And again, I'm gonna align the fibers by pulling and laying on top. Pulling and laying on top here. Like this. Then I'm gonna sort them out or try to spread them out. I'm gonna use my thigh. It's hard for you to see, but I'm gonna spread out the STF tan fibers here in an even layer with all the fibers aligned. I'm gonna try to have as much as possible in my loop. Like this, which I'm gonna put into my loop. And it's very important to, if you want to have a nice end result, to really make sure it's in an even layer. You don't want to have any holes anywhere, or it's thin somewhere and thick otherwhere, some other places. Just an even layer. And then when you're ready, just spin your wheel and let the magic happen. So we have a thick loop here, and then just gonna brush out a little bit with my brush here. This is where it's good to have to use a strong thread, as I said earlier. Otherwise it has a tendency to break. And then you're gonna grab your needle and then really get all the fibers out, all the way into the as close to the thread as possible, so you don't have any dubbing in it's not combed out as much as possible. And take your time with this process. With that done, that was as much as I could. I'm gonna start moving forward in close wraps, pulling back on the dubbing. And for every round, I'm gonna use either my needle or my brush to brush out the material so it doesn't end up in a complete big lump or whatever it's called. So here we go. I don't have enough to go all the way, and I don't wanna just do something stupid here for the last half centimeter here. So I am gonna make another dubbing loop and secure this one. because that's gonna give a nicer end result. Not just if I've continued, I'm gonna get very little amount of STF dubbing here in front, and that would be hard to attach the eyes and look weird. The rest of the body was quite dense, and then it was really thin up here in the front. So I'm gonna make another loop and prepare that. So more dubbing. I remember that day many years ago. As you can see on the picture, it was before mobile cameras and stuff. We had the old 24 shots in a camera at that time, and we went to Djurs in the winter, and it was a very sunny and cold day, I remember. And I was there with friends, and we saw a nice fish jump out of the water, and I was giving permission, or was allowed to go out and cast at it as the first one. Couldn't cast shit at that time, but somehow I managed to set the hook in that fish that was jumping, and I was lucky because it swallowed the fly completely. And if it hadn't done that, I would have lost it for sure, because I had slack line and it was in my backing, and it was a mess. My brake was loose, and landing was horrible and everything, but I got it, and I was very, very happy. I didn't know how big it was at that time, actually. That it's rare to catch fish at that size, because I've caught bigger fish lots of bigger fish in the river. But at the coast, it's not every day you catch a silver bar in the winter at 60 centimeters. So I'm not gonna forget that one. That was a nice experience. We used to go to Djurs all the time at that time. So I'm gonna continue just to finish this off. With the tying done, now it's up to the brush to really give it a good beating here. Get all the fibers that are here. Point backwards in the same direction, please. See, like a fan almost. And then I'm gonna, little tip here. It's good to use a pair of scissors with a long blade, and not these short ones, because this one you can cut the entire length of the fly in one go. And I'm gonna cut underneath the shank first, and then up here, and then slowly work my way around to shape the fly. But that's the thing that takes a lot of time. So I'm not gonna do that in front of you, because it's easy to do in the hand if I hold the fly in my hand. So I cheated a bit, and with another one I'm almost done with. See? Here. Cut this one in shape. Of course it's up to you how you want to cut yours, but I'm gonna cut it quite close. The fibers here are short, whatever you call it. And this one is ready for attaching some eyes. And for that, I'm gonna use some super glue. And I chose these ones, 4mm yellow stick-on eyes, flat ones, from Prosportfisher. And okay, could have used other eyes, but these are nice, the flat ones, because you're gonna get a nicer hit. It's not gonna be as big. Fuse eyes that are a bit more bulky than these flat ones. So I'm gonna put a drop of this super glue on the side, and take one of my eyes here, you see, and stick that on. I'll put it somewhere like that, something like that. And the same on the other side. The cutting part for me takes 20 minutes maybe. So that's why it takes a while to make this fly. 20, 25, 30 minutes maybe. If you really go into details as this one. But I am going slow. But it's up to you. Then it's I'm satisfied with this. The eyes are where I want them. So now I'm gonna take some of my Raidzap pure resin and attach them even more. I would go with something like this. I'll put a bit more on, but it's just boring to watch. But it's pretty much done. It's just finishing details now. But I hope you got hope you figured out how to tie this one. It's all about the cutting, and then finish it off with a bit of Raidzap and a set of eyes, and then job done. Really, really doable fly, and a pattern that actually meant quite a lot for me. A nice imitation of a tan baitfish, the Valeur Kutlingen. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial. I will hope to see you next time. Bye bye.